Show. Hey, welcome to the College Hockey Show. I'm Jeremiah Maxwell, host of the College Hockey Show. With me, as always, the degenerate Bostonian, Mike Marino, knows all things college hockey, bets all things college hockey, lives college hockey, goes to college hockey. He is college hockey. What's up, Mike? How's it going, dude?
What's going on? Hello, everyone. Definitely, I don't know what to do because I got a bye week this week.
Yeah, we're all going to have a bye week next week, too. Well, we will have a show Monday, NHL Nightly Show Monday. We're going to do a special show Monday just because there's so many games on, and then we'll take the rest of the week off. But I hope everybody has a happy holiday. Hey, Jake Reynes, appreciate you joining us. This is the College Hockey Show. So today we wanted to do something special. We were going to talk about the Pairwise rankings, which is kind of significant in college hockey. I'm just going to read what Mike sent me, and you guys can make what you want of it and just let me know. So here we go. And I'll bring it into the center here so it doesn't look like I'm reading off camera. The Pairwise rankings are a statistical tool designed to approximate the process by which the NCAA selection committee decides which teams get an at-large bid to the 16-team NCAA tournament. Although the NCAA selection committee does not use the PWR, I'm guessing that stands for Pairwise rankings, as presented by USHO.com, the PWR has been accurate in predicting which teams will make the tournament field. They should just double it already. Okay, from Division I men, all teams are included by comparison starting in the 2013-2014 season. Formerly, only teams with rankings percentage index of plus 500 above are teams under consideration. We are included. The PWR method compares each team with every other such team, with the winner of each comparison earning one PWR point. After all comparisons are made, the points are totaled up and the rankings are listed accordingly. With 60 Division I men's teams, the greatest number of PWR points any team could earn is 59, winning the comparison with every other team. Meanwhile, a team that lost all of its comparisons would have no PWR points. Okay. And it gets into more detail. I will tweet it out for you guys if you want it, but I feel like that's a pretty much simple enough explanation for everybody. So just, like right now, the Division I rankings, we can give you, I can let you look at those. I don't need to book. I want to look at the thing. Get your stupid ad off my screen. So as of right now, the NCAA rankings, we've got Michigan State's number one, right? And the Pairwise, it's Boston College. So we'll just pop the Pairwise up right there, and I'm just going to turn it over to you, Mike. Just go do your thing.
All right, no problem. So the first thing I'll say is, when people ask how come the Pairwise don't define who makes it, and it's said it's usually accurate, every once in a while they get a team wrong. There is still the committee. There's still the human aspect about this. The big controversy last year, I heard, I was watching it. You'll see me on Selection Tuesdays coming up, or 4 months from now, but Colorado College versus UMass, and everyone's like, oh, UMass got in because they were hosting. And like, that is the human aspect that did play into effect. But it was 0.009 points better than Colorado College. And when you ask, well, Mike, how do you get those points? A big thing, first off, is head-to-head. So who did you win or who did you beat? Did you play, UMass and Colorado College did not play last year. So the head-to-head, that's out. They didn't play. Component wins, or who did you both play? How did you do against them? They both played against Boston College last year. They both lost. They both played against Denver last year. They both lost. So not really helping them either way as well. What did help was the strength of schedule. If we recall last year, you had BC, BU, 1 and 2, 1 and 2, all season, 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2. Maine ended up finishing 5th. Colorado College played against Denver, who finished 3rd. North Dakota, who finished 13. And then you had Omaha, who finished 15. So when it came down to strength of schedule, which are those common opponents, again, those weren't there, but the strength of schedule, your RPIs, which we'll get into in a sec, UMass had a higher RPI that gave them the nod.
And why? I don't understand too. Why 16 teams? Why? I mean, we have 60 Division I teams, as they said. Why don't they just include? I do too. It's one extra round and it's a single elimination. It makes no sense.
I was told that when we get the next conference in, like there's supposed to be another one put in New England, which is honestly going to be a really joke of a conference, a very weak conference. But that'll put us over the threshold.
We need the SEC. That's what we need. Yeah. We need SEC to have Division I college hockey. That's what we need to have.
They have all the teams. The Pac-12 is a thing in the ACHAs. Like they already have the teams there. Like we should have. I don't get why we don't.
Yeah, we have teams. Arizona State's already playing D1 hockey. They're already coming over and playing big teams. In fact, they're 18th. If we had 32 teams, they would be getting in.
Like UNLV plays Alaska every year. They play Arizona State every year. They play North Dakota every year, but they're in the ACHAs. But UNLV is a great ACHA team.
And hockey is huge in Nevada right now.
Yes. I'm like, this is like, I don't get why maybe UNLV is secretly making the jump and we don't know about it. I haven't heard anything.
Right.
Illinois is in the Big Ten. You said in 2019 you'd have a squad, guys. It's 2024. What are you doing? A fight in the Illini?
Another team, Chicago area. You think they don't have any hockey success? Good God. Clayton Keller's from there.
Northwestern, right there.
Well, the Chicago Blackhawks, the Chicago Wolves, they're minor teams draw. You don't think their college teams would do well? Illinois draws for football.
I think they'd be lights out.
Yeah. Well, think about it too. Okay, Wisconsin has a team. Michigan has a team. Michigan State has a team. Ohio State has a team. Penn State has a team. What are we doing here, Big Ten? And now you brought all these Pac-12 schools in, formerly the Pac-10.
Oregon has a team.
Oregon.
UCLA has a team.
USC. UCLA. I mean, did UCLA go to the Pac? I can't even keep track.
I can't keep. No, they're Big Ten. They're Big Ten. UCLA is Big Ten for football. I don't know what else is going on.
Right, but I think they all went to that conference. The Pac-12 is dead. They're not playing each other anymore. No. I mean, it was the stupidest fucking thing in the world, but it's like, I mean, especially now that we have the 12-team playoff that they should have had forever. Again, if college football, which has 144 Division I schools, can have a 12-team playoff, college hockey can have a 32 single game elimination playoff. Yep. And let's add the SEC, the Pac-12 schools. Let's get some more D1 hockey. It makes no sense. We're going to need this. And I'm telling you, there's something happening in the United States right now with college football that is going to affect high school athletes. And if you're a high school athlete, you need to start thinking about playing hockey, because here's what's happening. I don't know if you guys know, the quarterback for the Vanderbilt team, court case is 2 years of JUCO. If you guys don't know, junior college will not count against him playing in the NCAA. So he'll be able to stay on, probably get his degree or whatever he's doing there. I guess he's not good enough to come into the NFL, which makes no sense to me. The guy beat Alabama this year. But Palvo or something, I don't know his name. I'm sorry. Anyway, that what's going to happen is every kid that plays 4 years of JUCO is going to be exempt. So now, instead of, this will actually help junior colleges too, but it's not going to help high school colleges, or it's not going to help high school players. The kids coming out of high school are going to have a harder time getting D1 scholarships. One, there's 9,000 kids in the transfer portal. That's where they're recruiting from now. They already know, they have film on you. They know what you look like. So you're going to have the transfer portal, and now you're going to have the JUCO thing where these kids are exempt. So if you play 3 years at JUCO, you can play 3 years at the school. So you'll be 28 by the time you get out. So it's the COVID exemption all over again. It's going to be tough. But guess what? Now we're going to have these Canadian kids being able to come from the OHL, the CHL, the CHL as a whole, but the Quebec Major Junior League, the Western Hockey League, the OHL. Those guys can come down and go to college now. Now, look, from what I understand, NIL is not going to apply to Canadian kids. So, and if they're there's a lot of different rules. If they're drafted, they're going to fall under being drafted as a junior. So they won't have that contract. I mean, the NHL is going to have to figure this out too. With their new CBA, because if you're a college kid, you don't sign in 3 years, you just become a UFA. That's not the case with the kid that plays juniors. So it's a little bit more complex to just get into that. Regardless, there's going to be a glut of high school athletes looking for a sport to play Division I in. And hockey, a lot of these kids, JJ Watt played hockey. He's from Wisconsin. I mean, I'm just saying, if the opportunity would have been limited for him, I'm not saying he's an exception, probably was going to be a football player. But a lot of these guys, they may choose the sport that they are better in. I mean, Gronkowski played hockey. He said he's from Buffalo. He's like, dude, we're good at hockey. He goes, we're not even known for our football. You know? So, like, if Gronk wouldn't have had a chance to go D1 scholarship, maybe he plays hockey. I'm just saying, like, I think that we're going to see these athletes that, and hopefully you're playing a lot of sports. That's how you should diversify. Everybody, Gretzky played baseball, all this stuff. So I think that you have to look at this and go, this is the time for collegiate hockey to get their shit together. And you don't have to worry about Title IX because you just add the women's team. They can use the same facilities. You can put all the same money. So there's the women. You have a women's team. You have a men's team. If you can't field a women's team, okay, I get it. That's where you get into some trouble. But to me, there's going to be opportunities. There's plenty of girls that like to play hockey. You know, we have them here. I'm sure you have them in Mass. So it's going to be interesting to see how this shakes out. Let's get back to the college hockey. I just think hopefully they get onto this. How are you feeling pairwise?
What like a team I'm looking at, which I'll use an example again. So UMass right now is sitting at 20. They got to play BU twice, BC twice, Maine twice. Those are 6 monster pairwise bumps. Arizona State, they've still got to play Denver 2 more times. But I didn't see too many more big pairwise bumps. So like a team like Arizona State, I'm like, all right, we got to get you got to get those Denver wins when you can. We got to close out against Omaha. And then, you know, I think Arizona State's going to get in, but that's
where are they at in the pairwise right now? They're 18th. So
18.
They're out on the outside looking in right now.
But go steal another game against Denver. You'll move up. You'll win some
games.
They
stole 2 against Denver, did they not?
They did.
Denver is 7th in the pairwise, by the way.
And that's what's also
number 1. Yeah, Maine Denver coming up, obviously, saying when is that?
I'll be there on the 4th. They're playing the 3rd and the 4th. But the Savage and I will be heading up to Alfond.
Okay. Our friend the Savage, he's been on the show. He was great, by the way. He did a good job, man. I hope people got a lot out of that. Okay. Yeah. I mean, so right now, those are the bubble teams we're talking about. Arizona State. Quinnipiac is 17th right now in the pairwise. Do they make it?
I don't think they will, because I'm looking at, you know, who in the ECAC can they play that are ranked? Dartmouth looking real good this year. Cornell.
Dartmouth is 16th. That's the team right above them.
I think they'll move up a little bit. But Harvard isn't making the noise I thought they would. Cornell isn't making the noise I thought they would. So now all of a sudden, all these wins for Quinnipiac that you thought would be mounting up, doesn't look so hot.
Well, they're not good because, that makes sense. Cornell's 22nd.
Yeah,
I thought Harvard's way down. Harvard's way down, I think, aren't they? Harvard's 44th in the pairwise. The University of Alaska Fairbanks is 37th.
But that's a team that's got a lot of out of conference games coming up that all of a sudden, hey, you win a few, you're sneaking in.
Who are you talking about? UAF?
Yeah, they got to get hot, but they have enough in high pairwise teams to play that they could kind of like backdoor their way in. It's
they're
crazy.
5-8. Yeah. Oh, it'd be cool to see them. I know they've been in the tournament before, and they should have probably been in it last year, but I think they just missed out.
2 years ago, I know Kinesis came out of nowhere and stole their spot. I was the bet of the century, $10.
They're 58 this year, by the way.
Yeah.
Kinesis. The only teams worse than them are Miami. I'm assuming that's University of Miami, Ohio.
Yes.
Okay. RIT, which is, I don't know, what is that? Is that
Rochester?
Rochester. What?
Rochester Institute Technology.
Okay, Rochester. Avi says his Frozen Four right now is Minnesota, Maine, BC, Western Michigan.
I'm struggling with Western because they just never win in the tournament. Like they should be a top 4 team, but again, I don't know what goes through that locker room.
They're 5 right now.
Yeah, again, I don't disagree with that. They don't win in the tournament. I don't get
Avi doesn't like Michigan State, huh? He's not a believer in Michigan State.
They did not look good against Wisconsin. Now, that being said, is Wisconsin turning a stone here? Because I thought they'd be a lot better than they've been. So maybe
Wisconsin would be not in the tournament right now. They're 25th per the Pairwise. So they're 7-10. So let's see if they get their stuff together for sure.
Gophers. That Snuggeroo Woodline has been so good.
Dude, their fans are awesome too, man.
Yes, they made St. Paul fun.
Shit. I would love to see them win. It would be good. And if I get a chance, I gotta apologize to their head coach.
I remember you telling me that.
Anyway, we'll see.
I was gonna say what I like about the Pairwise is it factors in the team you beat in the beginning of the season. It's not based off when you beat them. It's how are they? So, all right, you beat the pants off number 4 BU because BU was top 5 to start the year. And BU is now, God, where are they?
Well, hey, Avi said the only ECAAC team getting in is the winner of the conference.
It's shaping up that way.
I think BU is going to they're at 10th right now in the Pairwise. I think they're going to get in, BU.
Right, that's Hockey East. He's going ECAC. That's our Ivy Leagues guy.
Yeah. I'm tracking. No, and I'm with you. Right. No, I'm just saying I didn't mean to jump back to ECAC, but I just wanted to get Avi's comment up there.
Oh, yeah.
Such a good listener. And he watches the game. I know you meet him at a lot of the games. He's in that New England area. So, Avi, by the way, who went into, you think Notre Dame beats Indiana? That's tonight, isn't it?
Yes.
You got college football.
Yeah,
in December that means something. I love it. They should have done that. They should do a 16 team freaking. I didn't understand why they didn't do it.
That. This is literally what I said for college football and what I like.
Do 16. Alabama deserves it. Okay, well, just do 16. It's like it makes no sense. You're just giving 4 teams a first round bye. It makes no sense. I don't even know if there's even an advantage to that. So
yeah, no, I wish every conference got a winner in there and just let's see if Cinderella hits. And with that being said, for football, Bama would have got in as well. So could have, would have, should have, guys. But peeling back into hockey, I wish they would expand to 24 and have a 1-round elimination. But I do like the regional aspect.
Go to 32.
Yeah,
and give the freaking top 16 home ice advantage.
Oh, see, I'm disagreeing with. I like the regionals as a fan, at least. Maybe not for.
Okay, well, do the regionals then. But I guess I don't know, man. Like if
I like seeing 2 games and like one ticket gets me 3 games right now. I like that.
I get that, but there's nobody shows to those, man. Or do the regionals in the regions they play in.
Yeah.
Like
absolutely, because like I look at when I see Worcester hosts out in Massachusetts here, Manchester, New Hampshire, like they get 4,000 or 5,000 people to a game when Massachusetts schools aren't in them, and when Massachusetts school or New England schools should say aren't in them. And when the New England schools are there, you get close to 10,000. Like it sells.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But like Albany hosted it. They got 3,000 tickets. Denver hosted it as the number 1 team. They got 1,000 tickets. I'm like,
dude, BU, BC, like, don't they play the fucking bean pot in the same arena that the Bruins play in?
Yep, and it sells.
I'm saying, what are we doing here, man? There's money to be made. So 32 teams, regional games that make sense. So sorry, Chaco, kicking my dog here.
I just wish, like, I get why people want the home ice thing because I think it's fair. But like, if they're like, oh, you got to make money, defend the game, I'm like, well, all right, fine. The number 1 seed everyone goes to, in this case, it's Boston College. They're going to play 32, and then, I don't know, Wolver's in to make up that foursome. They all have to go play at BC. Like, put it there. Like, give BC a reason, an incentive to be good.
Yeah, I mean, if you're a top 8 in the country, you should host a regional home series. It doesn't have to be in so like Denver, it could be at Ball Arena.
Yep.
So like all the Colorado fans can show up. So
I'm with it.
You like it. Avi thinks the Frozen Four should be a best of 3. I'm sorry. No, Avi, I disagree, man. This is what makes college athletics awesome. Is you got one game. You gotta be kidding me.
Trying to think of how could they do it. Like you would play the finals on Thursday and then game 1 Friday, game 2 Saturday, and if needed, 3 Sunday. I guess that could work. That's asking a lot though, because you'd be having for fans, you got to book extra hotels, and then for players, you'd be trying to get 4 games in 5 days. It could work, I guess. I don't know. I like the one and dones. I do understand why Avi is saying the series because you can have a bad game and, or you get a bad call. Like I look at last year's first round game, Quinnipiac, Wisconsin. That was the worst tripping call I ever saw, and it was in double overtime, and Quinnipiac won the game. And all 10 skaters on the ice threw their hands up like, what's the call for? Fans didn't celebrate till we saw who sat in the box. Like, that's an example. Like, I wish we had a best of 3 because I thought Wisconsin got screwed. But at the same time, it's double OT. You had your chances.
No, it just like the single elimination is what makes college athletes great. That's why the NCAA basketball tournament is so good. The Frozen Four is the best, man. Yeah, that was weird. Somebody from Edmonton calling me. So I wonder if that's the Nation Network. I keep putting in for a job. I somehow doubt it, but I will call that number back. Yeah, so Avi's like first 2 wins definitely could have find a way to do it. I'm good with it, Avi. Honestly, man, if you go to the games, you realize it's a lot, man. 3 games in that. It's they play the 2 games on the Friday or the Thursday. It's usually the Thursday, then we have the Friday off, and then the Saturday is the championship game.
Yeah.
And it's a great time, man. And everybody just has a really good time. I just feel like there's no better way to do it. It's just a way. They already play a low number of games in the college hockey. I love it. Let's keep it around that 40, 42 mark. I think that's more than add. You got to understand too, man. Like
the students,
I'm going to tell you, probably for 65% of the country, these aren't revenue generating sports because, we got to figure it out. So we got to be growing the game. We got to be making it affordable for people to play it, and we got to have rinks in every town in America. So.
Like I know for me, I'm spoiled. Every town has a rink, and then I can name the 30 towns that don't, but the town next to them have 2 or 3 to compensate for that said town not having one.
So I could say this, living in Alaska, because one year Anchorage was trying to bid for the Winter Olympics. I think it was like 80s or something. Before my time, 92, maybe, I don't know. But Anchorage, at one point, the U.S. had 8 Olympic-size ice rinks, and 4 of them were in Alaska. So, like, I don't think that is the case now. But it is one of those things where it's like, we need this. We need this. Let's get, it doesn't matter where you live. You can play on the ice. Hell, if I lived in Arizona, I would want to be on the ice. It's so damn hot there all the time. You get in one of those nice air conditioned buildings and skate on the ice for 3-4 hours a day. So, okay. Not much time left here on the show, but we did want to talk about the college hockey Hobey Baker Award. And that is these are the finalists here.
Front runners, not fun. We haven't got the finalists yet, but they're front runners right now.
Yeah, the front runners, my bad, right here. So these are the finalists or front runners. Gabe Perreault.
Wrong screenshot. That's Team USA for the World Juniors popping up.
Oh, what did you? This isn't it?
No, I said to the ECHL one with Smith Rinsler. That one's going to be. That was. It's that the five. Those are the 5 Americans, but that's also going to be Team USA's top line. For the the Avi, correct me on this. I think it's the 15th of January. Our U20s pop up.
Yeah, they're playing like now, I think.
Juniors now. I know that it's coming up. The U20s are coming in now. And
I thought you sent me that.
Yeah, so which is surprising. So we had a change up because it was BC's top line as the front 3. Minnesota's defenseman Sam Rinzel.
I got it.
Yeah, Reinzel. Someone tell me how to pronounce this kid's name, please. But I was looking him up because it caught me by surprise. And I'm like, this kid has a point a game as a defenseman. Like, this is stupid. It is the day after Chris. All right, thank you, Avi. And I'm like, this is just insane. Like, Perreault, Leonard, I get it. I don't know how Perreault jumped Leonard because Leonard was 1. Hagens was 3. Hagens, we don't see him in the top 10 anymore. Not surprised.
I got it right here.
You got, it's like Z-Bomb's up there, which is, again, makes sense. But Z-Booyum, I call him Z-Bomb. That kid can fire the puck. I don't know. That's just a nickname I gave him, guys. That's just me.
I got it right here. Here we go.
There it is. I think it's awesome a defenseman's finally getting some recognition. And again, he's averaging a point a game. It's just unheard of. Like, he's a defenseman. Cam Lund, he's been a force for the Huskies. I've watched him a few times. He almost single-handedly beat Maine. I don't know what happened. The coach pulled him off the ice with 1:13 to go, and all of a sudden the game is now from 2-0 to 2-2. Maine wins in a shootout. But Lund was unreal that game, that weekend, I should say. I can't say that game. That weekend, he was.
So they don't. I was going to ask you this, and Avi says that Sparty's goalie's got to be the best one in the tournament. The goalies aren't eligible for the Hobey Baker. That's the Mike Richter Award. They get their own award.
No, goalies. When Minnesota State lost to Denver in Boston, McCabe was the Hobey Baker winner. And he was deemed ineligible to play in the NHL because he took a preventative COVID-19 medicine and then had some sort of drug in it. So he had to sit 6 months out of hockey. So he went and played in Europe. Or something stupid like that. Like, it was on some drug he took was on the list of like to take if you're afraid of COVID and you're an athlete. And he took it. He's like, here's all my prescriptions. Like, oh yeah, this substance is illegal. I'm like, this is stupid. Like, what are we doing? But you goalies can win it. It's not too common.
So they got Sam Rinzel.
Yeah, I love
from Minnesota as the number 1. Then Gabe, then Ryan Leonard. So Gabe Perreault, they have him higher than Ryan Leonard. You said Ryan Leonard for sure. Avi said Ryan Leonard. But,
maybe I'll take a second look at Perreault's numbers. Maybe it's the numbers, but I mean, eye test wise, for me, it's Leonard. It's not Perreault. I'm not bashing Perreault by any means because I will still say, like, last year watching him, the last 5 minutes of the game, I wanted Perreault over Connor Gauthier. Perrault was the
These
guy.
kids coming out of the U.S. National Development Program, and Cutter Gauthier is one of them. Yeah, Yannick Perrault's son, Gabe Perrault, is one of them. Was Ryan Leonard at the U.S. National Development Program? I believe he was as well.
He was.
Yeah, I mean they're tearing it up now. I know we know Celebrini won it last year. He did not play at the U.S. National Development Program.
He was Canada's national development, though. So I mean,
yeah,
pretty. I think it's. I'm trying to pull up his stats. I think it's it's simply just his numbers. But eye test wise, Avi, I don't know how much BC you've watched this year. For me, it's when Leonard wants to go score a goal, he goes and scores it.
Yeah, he says Quinn Finley from Wisconsin's a beast. I definitely think Oliver Moore on Minnesota is better than Sam Rinzel. Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, I haven't watched really any Minnesota this year, so I don't want to. I know they're always in the top 10. They're always a very good team. So,
and I think to go on his point with Moore, Rinzel has more points. But again, eye test wise, I think Moore is better.
I mean, points should have nothing to do with this because you could be. I don't know. You could be on a dominant team too. I just feel like points. Did Celebrini lead the nation in points when he won the Hobey Baker? I don't think he did. I thought Gauthier had it. Gauthier had him by goals and everything. So
like I just looked up BC's points. I got it right now. Perrault has 23 points. Hagen has 20. Leonard has 19. It's like maybe that's why.
How many GWGs does Ryan Leonard have, though? That's what I want.
A lot. He's got a lot. He's leading them in scoring. He's got 12.
He's got 12 game-winning goals?
Oh, he's just got 12 goals. I don't know if they're I've seen 4 of them. I've seen 4 game winners in person, so I can say there's at least 4. Like
that's what I'm saying. Like when the game has been on the line for BC, Ryan Leonard, shout out my jersey, has been there, dude. I got to find out, man. I wish I would have got this guy's agent and gotten a thing. Okay, Mike, it's been 30 minutes, my man. We're a little bit over. I know you said we could. Let's call it a day. What do you want to finish the show on? I know we don't have any hockey to talk about. But no we will not be back till the new year. So we will see you guys after the new year. It'll be probably 2 weeks before we have a show, I'm assuming, because you're going to the game on the 4th, right?
I'll be there.
Yeah, so we probably will be back on can you do the show on the 3rd? Can you do
3rd is good. The 10th, I gotta check my flights.
Okay,
shocker, guys, the Degenerate's going to Atlantic City.
Okay, so here's what we'll do. We'll definitely have a show on the 3rd of January, but this will be our last show of the year. We really appreciate you guys. Avi, Darkness, you guys have been awesome. I'm so excited. Mike and I will be at the Frozen Four together this year. We're going to try to get some interviews with some people. We're working it. I gotta figure some stuff out. But we'll talk to a lot of people, like just get little 2-minuters. I'm sure it'll be a good time had by all. I'm excited, one, because it'll be beautiful in St. Louis in the spring and it'll be fucking still winter here. So I'm happy to get the fuck out of here. And on that note, I appreciate everybody. Have a great, wonderful day. We'll be back tonight at 10:30 Eastern for NHL Nightly. Mike, are you joining us tonight?
Shit. You know what? I mean, I'm gonna have an NS. You know what? Here's my challenge to all you guys. You need to tell me what an NSB is, and it's a food. That's the only thing I'm gonna give you. But I'm gonna have an NSB in my hand. Avi, you can't answer this because I know you already know the answer. We talked about this when we saw BU Michigan. Everyone else, it's a food. That's all I get to tell you.
Yep. All these kids playing the World Juniors will be fresh for the second half. Yep. That's great, Avi. Appreciate everybody. Yep. Avi says go Irish playing. Avi, I hate to tell you, I think Indiana's going to win. But anyway.
I took Indy 6.5.
All right. Have a good one, everybody. Peace. We're out of here. See you at 10:30 for NHL Nightly. And we're doing a Monday show on NHL Nightly too. So